All right, today we're going to talk about something that can make or break any project, risk. But I'm not talking about that dreaded spreadsheet. You know the one. We're going to completely flip the script on risk management and show you how to turn it into, honestly, your most powerful leadership tool. So let's dive right in, because getting this right, it's an absolute game changer.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You've got this amazing plan. Everything's lined up perfectly, the team's fired up, and then, boom, out of nowhere, some little thing you never saw coming just completely blows it all up. It's so frustrating, and it happens all the time. But here's the thing. It really doesn't have to be that way.
So let's be honest. When I say risk management, what's the first image that jumps into your mind? I bet for a lot of you, it's this thing, right? A massive color-coded spreadsheet. It's that document you have to fill out at the beginning of a project, and then you just file it away and kind of hope you never have to look at it again. It feels like homework, like this bureaucratic box-ticking exercise, not something that's actually going to help you succeed.
Okay, but what if that whole approach is just wrong? What if we've been looking at this thing completely backwards? That's what we're going to do today. We're going to totally reframe this idea. We're taking risk management off the spreadsheet and turning it into what it was always meant to be: a living, breathing, essential skill for any leader.
And this, right here, is the big shift in thinking. The old way, it's static, it's passive. You make a list of bad things that could happen, and you're done. But the new way, the new reality, it's dynamic, it's active. It is not about a document, it's about a dialogue. It's about having an ongoing conversation about what if. And that conversation is what really builds a team that can handle anything. Yeah, this quote just nails it. It's not just any conversation, right? It's a space where your team feels safe enough to talk openly about what they're not sure about, where you can hash out the tough choices, the trade-offs, and where you can all be really honest about, hey, are we actually ready for this? That's where the magic happens. So this all leads to the one core skill we're really talking about here. If risk management is a conversation, then the leadership muscle you're building, the one you're exercising, is anticipation. It's literally about learning to see around corners before you get there. So, okay, here's our new definition. This is way more powerful. Risk management isn't just listing problems. It's the skill of actively hunting for what could derail your project and, this is the key part, preparing how you'll respond before those things can even bite you. It's the difference between being aware of a threat and being prepared for it.
Okay, so where do you even start looking for these potential problems? Well, they usually pop up in one of three places. First, you've got your systems. Think about your tech. Is that new software actually going to talk to the old database? Second, look at your structures, things like your internal processes. Is our 5-step approval process going to create a massive bottleneck? And then there's the big one, the one we often miss: human reactions. How are people, your actual team, going to feel about this? Are they going to resist it, fear it? You have to think about that. So how do you actually do this? Well, it boils down to a really simple but super powerful 3-step loop. First, you scan. You're constantly looking around, checking your systems, your structures, your people for those potential derailers. Then you discuss. This is crucial. You get the team in a room and you have that open conversation about trade-offs and how ready you really are. And finally, you prepare. You build your response plans before you need them. And then you just keep doing it. It's this cycle that takes you from just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best to being ready for pretty much anything.
Now, when you really start living this, something amazing happens. Your entire leadership style shifts. It's a total transformation. You stop living in that reactive firefighting mode and you move into a proactive, strategic space where you're actually in control. And that right there is where the real power is.
Think about the reactive leader for a second. We've all seen this person, and hey, maybe we've even been this person on a bad day. Their entire day is just putting out one fire after another. Every little setback is a huge surprise, and they're basically managing by crisis. It is absolutely exhausting, it's not efficient, and it just crushes team morale.
But now let's flip that. The proactive reader, they're different. Setbacks don't surprise them because, well, they've already thought about them. They have a plan ready to go. And this is a really cool part. They actually learn to turn uncertainty into an advantage. I mean, while everyone else is running around panicking, they're just calmly executing Plan B or Plan C. It's a huge competitive edge.
And that brings us to the ultimate payoff, the big prize for thinking this way. It's not just about dodging bullets or avoiding disasters. It's about fundamentally changing what a challenge even means to you and your team.
And this quote says it all. This is the whole point. What could have been a project-killing absolute catastrophe becomes a manageable learning moment. It's not a cliff you fall off, it's just a speed bump. It becomes a chance for the team to figure things out, to adapt, to get stronger, all because you saw it coming and you were prepared. So let's wrap this all up. At the end of the day, good risk management isn't some boring administrative task. It's not a spreadsheet you forget about. It is a core, non-negotiable part of being a great leader. It's the difference between shaping your future and just letting the future happen to you.
So I'm going to leave you with a challenge. Just for a minute, forget the spreadsheet. Think about one project you're on right now. What's one potential risk, one little uncertainty that's been nagging at you? Just one. And this week, can you turn that worry into a real, honest conversation with your team? Because that's it. That's the first step. That's where it all starts.